There's a story about Mukunda, one of the rishis, sages of old. For some reason he decided to get married. He wanted to have a child. But no matter how he tried, his wife couldn't conceive. 2 years passed. And he said, I'm going to pray to Shiva, one of the gods. He prayed to Shiva and he said, Lord, your will is my will. I don't really know what's good for me or what I really want. But you know what I want in my heart. And if it's right for me, it will happen. If it isn't, it won't. But I have total faith in you that whatever happens is your will and it's good. He prayed like this for many years. Finally, Shiva appeared to him and said, my son, never have I seen such faith. You forgot all about yourself, about your family, and you just wanted me. So I've appeared to you. Your desire will come to pass. You will have a child. But you must make a choice. You may have a child who is a half idiot and will live a long life, or a child with a fine intellect who will live a short life. You have to choose. Mukunda said, I will choose the latter. The one with a sharp intellect. And Shiva said he will live to be 16 years old and then he will drop his body. Mukunda accepted, and the time came to have the baby. They did. At a very young age, the intellect of the child was astounding. He was able to memorize all the Vedas when he was 5 years old. He was able to speak 5 languages. He was an astounding poet, writer. As he grew older, his father became sadder and sadder. Finally, he asked his father, Father, what's wrong? Why do you become so sad every time I have a birthday? And Mukunda explained to him the deal he made with Shiva. You're only to live to be 16, and then you must go. The youth said, Shiva listened to you, perhaps he'll listen to me. And he started to pray to Shiva every day. Lord, I am yours, and do with me what you want. I have no desire I know only that you brought me here, and when you're ready, you will take me back. Do with me as you will. Your will, not mine, be done. I am yours. And again, he said that prayer every day for a year. Finally, Shiva appeared to him also and said, my son, you have the faith of your father. When someone prays to me thus, I have no option but to help him. So because of your faith, when you reach the age of 16, you will stay at that age forever. Now the moral of that story is the faith. Remember, Mukunda was very advanced spiritually. And yet, he had faith in a power and a presence that he didn't see or feel. He surrenders that power and that presence. That's what it takes for us to awaken. This is why people like Ramana Maharshi always said that devotion, faith, and self-inquiry are the same thing. You can't just have dry self-inquiry. You have to feel love. You have to feel devotion. You have to put God first. Unless you put God first, you're going to just have dry words. And the words will give you a sharp intellect. You will be able to recite all sorts of things. Memorize books. Hear lectures and remember them. Yet you will never really awaken. This is why sometimes Advaita Vedanta can be dangerous to some people. Yet if they really read the books in Advaita Vedanta, they will understand that they have to develop a tremendous faith. Think of some of the teachers that you know or heard about. Nisargadatta. He always prayed. He realized that he was consciousness. He was self-realized. But at the same time, he chanted, he prayed, he had devotion. It sounds like a contradiction. For you may say, if someone is self-realized and knows himself or herself to be all there is, to whom do they pray? try to remember that all spiritual life is a contradiction. It's a contradiction because words cannot explain it. Even when you are the self, you can pray to the self, which is you. Ramana Maharshi always had chanting at the ashram. Prayers, devotional hymns. These things are very important. Many Westerners who profess to be atheists come to listen to lectures on Advaita Vedanta and yet nothing ever happens in their lives. As long as you do not have devotion, faith, love, discrimination, dispassion, it will be very difficult to awaken. Therefore, those of you who become bored with practicing self-inquiry, may become very devotional. Surrender everything. Give up your body, your thoughts, all the things that bind you, whatever problems you may believe you have. Surrender them to your favorite deity. You are emptying yourself out as you do this. Do a lot of it. Become humble. Have a tremendous humility. If you can just do that, you will become a favorite of God. And you will not have to search any longer. But of course the choice is always yours. What are you chasing in life? What are you going after? What are the things that interest you? Whatever you put first in your life, that's where your heart is. All of the things that have transpired in your life up to now, forget them. Be aware all the time that there are no mistakes. There is nothing from the past that can interfere with your life if you become devotional and have faith in God. you will be automatically protected from anything. And if you have enough faith, you can totally remove all karmic aspects of your life. You can transcend all of karma. You can make life easier for yourself if you have faith. There are many people who practice Advaita Vedanta, and some people are here tonight who really do not like to hear these things. They just want to hear me say that you are consciousness, all is well, you are absolute reality, you are really not your body or your mind phenomena. Yet once they leave this room, they turn back into their rotten selves with all the negatives and all the anger and all the hurts and all the suspicions and all the things that they've had inside of them for years. Some of these people call me. They say, Robert, I feel so good when I'm with you in class. But when the world gets a hold of me, I revert back to my old self. I always ask them, what practice are you doing? And they usually answer, I'm trying to practice self-inquiry. So I say, do you have devotion? Do you have compassion? Do you have humility? Do you have dispassion? And they usually say, I don't care about those things. I just want to become self-realized. That's real funny. For self-realization means you have given up all of those things we just mentioned. Self-realization means that you have emptied yourself. You no longer have any fear, anxiety. You're not that interested about your body.